Well, they did win in New Zealand last year.
Yeah.
So they've beaten the Boks, they've beaten Australia. So
on Pambani when I bet Argentina.
no Pambani, but hey, maybe Udingimini.
Just a personal day.
It's another Thursday. Molweni nonke, it's Hattrick Heroes. Siphethe amafruitman amadala siphelele namhlanje indlu igcwele namhlanje.
Full kit.
Into
Imfanelo zethu zonke zilapha.
yonke into lapha fruitmans ni-grand VK u-grand bro.
Good man. Ukhala kusizi. Just happy to be here. Speech. Glad to have you back. Ubaleke Manchester.
No, there was nothing to run. We had just one, so
Last week we needed you. We needed a neutralizing voice, and you were MIA. But it's fine. I won the debate.
I
claim it.
I got chance. Hattrick Heroes. It's another Thursday of sports, gents. We're shooting at Dreamstream podcast studios.
Thank you to Pierre.
Thanks to Pierre. Thanks to the guys. And Buchino BK, what is now a fan? Namhlanje.
Yeah.
nice and cool.
We just soon we'll be getting a makeup artist. So
Number two.
Lashes on fleek.
Gents, ndivusile madoda man.
Yeah.
Imbi lenyanga, but man, since last week we had a good session, I'd put it, with Jack Black.
A session you rated a C.
Hey man.
It was a pass.
It was a pass. So determined to Jack Black, man. Atlantic Weiss. Injani madoda noko nincamisile.
The packaging is attractive, because and everything. But
it's actually funny that breakfast should say so, because blue in beer just
it's very rare.
puts me a bit off.
Really?
Yeah, I associate blue with water,
Oh yeah.
like water bottling would. I'm trying to think, is there a beer that's blue?
I don't think of anything.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there used to be Austin's Lager.
What?
Austin's Lager.
I see it,
Back
bro.
in the
Go pass speech.
Yeah.
What?
So the Bamba check us, man, on the way here.
Damage?
110. 110
For six.
For 6. 110 for 6.
That's very reasonable.
Reasonable, and
That's very reasonable.
I'm finding it okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Since now I'm embark on the spiritual journey, since but when there's the show, from time to time you need to have a taste of something special.
This is a 330, 4.7 alcohol percentage.
Yeah, slightly less than Leako last week.
No, Brewers block is what is it? Brewers something.
Brewers,
Yeah.
That is basically that is ilesheka basisila umkombothi sizibekela isikali sethu sodwa
100%.
but just reading this, like I expected like a burst of flavor, because it's basically saying it's a spice bomb.
Yeah.
Like I'll just take the viewers through this. It says, our unfiltered aromatic spice bomb packs in super refreshing fruit forward character under a dense foam head. Quaff it down. Are you guys getting any hints of fruit?
No. Or
Or maybe when they say fruit, I'm expecting flying fish. Tell me, more wrong.
No, you can't expect just a flying fish.
Getting like there is somewhere there, but it would.
But the hint is there.
ayina-aggression futhi yabo ikhona yona but ayina-aggression but I think to think flying fish nayo flying fish is too
on
far.
the extreme.
Okay.
It's on the extreme side.
Yeah.
It's on the ilwane savannah.
Bring me what is it that you would if you were to hear that description besides this beer, what's coming to your head?
I would say one of the first beers we reviewed.
Like a pale ale. So
Yeah.
not a pale ale, an ale.
An ale.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this, for me, this is in terms of beer taste, it's a beer. Like I'm not hearing any hint.
Oba,
But it wants to be something else.
and I'm loving it for that fact as well.
I quite enjoy the taste. I just think the description is misleading. Mhlawumbi get those with better palates, with tasting and.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Might
And
bring out
the connoisseurs
yes,
of craft beer.
You know?
Might.
you know.
Yeah.
Ombono slanji. Oh, Nina. But yeah, like it's a really great beer. I won't lie. I love the taste.
Mna ngesela ndodwa ke.
Absolutely, I'd finish a 6-pack easy.
Yeah.
Even not just of these
I'd
first
enjoy
few
it
sips.
ndodwa, actually.
Yeah, it's a beer I can buy again. But the description.
Ithethe into.
No, it
It's
speaks.
so not one of those things where you catch it after you've been drinking it for a while. Maybe when you get to 3/4 of
No,
the
but
beer.
remember that 3/4. Okay, I thought maybe you're gonna say on the third beer.
That beer, no.
Okay.
3/4 of your bottle.
Mhlambi make, if while we're in the discussion, I Kwamza fruit, I'll let you know. But if you fruit,
Maybe in a pub.
yeah, if you fruit, you know the questions.
Yes.
We sell happy, we rate ban.
On a hot summer day like this, I would definitely drink it. I would definitely walk into the cold part of the liquor store and buy it. And I would rate it it's a good 7. Tempted to go 7.5. But yeah, 7.
How's it 7? Senzoyika kumaso.
Oh,
Yeah.
But my mask up to be.
No chance. Sanubanje.
Led.
Mna, I'm gonna drink it a good afternoon, a good Saturday afternoon. I'm indoors, no plans whatsoever. Ndipholile man. Ukubone when ilanga likwecala. Libe lifuna utshona in the west side. Libe libetha kubo upholile ubune 5 o'clock kick-off.
Ah, Jack Black Atlantic
Weiss.
Yes. Cynic.
5 o'clock kick-off. Ndingayisela le way. One man, no plans with anything. Ndiyateketisa ndibetha le way. Ndirate bani? Ndifuna uyirate 5.5. Why ndifuna uyirate 5.5? You said something ngokusingena uba iyabanda. But ayikhwentshi. Ayibandi enough. I-bottling iyabanda but yona inside it's not like cold. I'm expecting because
No, I do sell it juice when you should be getting Coke.
exactly.
Okay.
Ditenge apha the way a checkers down the road. I got here within a minute. So I expect it to be as cold as the fridge, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 5.5 for deceiving me, pay free gin, because Bibanda Nyan, and I was like, I don't know, this is the one for us.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it.
I really love the taste. I want to say it's not a brown bottle beer. It's a Corona Sol beer. Feels like it should be in a clear bottle. Maybe the blue would have gone better in a clear bottle.
okay.
Yeah, it definitely does give you vibes of being on the beach. Nansi towel. Nangu ngoskazi kwi-bathing suit. Nangu yomelela uyabaleka. And I'm just nje 1-2 for isimilo. Yeah,
Yakuf.
but it's not a brown beer bottle.
And go two sell look brown.
Yeah,
But shame.
yeah. But I mean, we're getting used to the blue.
Yeah.
I think in line with Svij, I'd probably give it a 7, straying towards a 7.5. Might need a second one to convince me of the 7.5.
Yeah, same here.
It's a fair beer. It's a fair beer. Gents, enough about the beer. I think you're not a millionaire yet. No prize, man.
See, put up, let's.
See, see, put when it comes to his bets. Yeah, better I must speak a prize.
You
You're the betty, man.
kaloku akweza fiji zakho foni yo
Kale Argentina.
bonwa yo
Kale Argentina because I didn't have faith in Argentina.
eyinambe ndithe Wales.
I went Wales.
Yeah, odds ezipaltry kanjani 1.5.
And yes, to be honest, when it comes to La Betlia, Dibone mid game, not even before half time, I take Argentina. It's alive, yeah, and that's all it takes. You can do a ticket.
Yeah.
By team, till be alive.
Yeah, like.
But gentlemen, we go again.
Switch, take us through.
Okay,
How many
sure.
fixtures?
I've gone 10 fixtures. My slip is a mixed bag. I've got rugby, I've got cricket, and I've got what else? Football.
Wild.
Yeah, wild.
Hope it's not the Proteas.
The Proteas made it there. And as you know, cricket is a bit of a gamble because you never know. So
I thought we did know against Netherlands, but I guess you never know.
Never know.
no. I mean, even England lost to Afghanistan, so yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.
Makes it better. But I mean, Afghanistan, I guess it's close to the cricketing nations.
Yeah. Rubs off. It rubs off. Yeah. Most of the guys live in cricketing nations.
Yeah.
So, you know. So yeah, I have rugby, I have cricket, and I also have football. And I've started with New Zealand versus Argentina, which is the first semi-final. And I've gone New Zealand and under 48.5 because I don't think it's, well, they might run riot, but I don't think they'll be,
It's close to 50
They caliber
points.
of the match. But
Yeah.
New Zealand, they can go wild sometimes. We saw what they did to Italy.
to Italy. They can do this.
But it's Italy.
That team.
Italy, I guess, better box.
The boxes got me. Okay, it's fine.
So they've got that in their
I guess
resume.
they had the emblem, so where is it box?
And then the next one is in the Cricket World Cup is Australia versus Pakistan. I really don't have much confidence in this Australia team, and I've gone with Pakistan straight win, and Sri Lanka versus the Netherlands. Sri Lanka, obviously, and then South Africa versus England. I have to make sure that is cricket. Yeah, it is cricket, and I've gone with South Africa. Oh no, this is rugby. Sorry.
Did you go otherwise? Quick cricket.
No. I went with something different in cricket, but I've gone straight win South Africa, and then it's England versus South Africa cricket. I've gone with a different market with she's most sixes, and I've gone England to hit most sixes.
Obvious.
Okay,
No
obviously.
I saw the bit 6.
He hits sixes every now and then, but he's not in 6 hitting form. And going into football, there's the Merseyside derby. It only ever goes one way. I've gone straight win Liverpool.
12:30 game. You betting on the first game on the Saturday. After international break, coming from South America.
I almost got hurt. Well, obviously the slip bombed.
That's
with my
it.
last slip.
You
I was
never
also
touched
going
that
I'm
game.
also going there.
You're also going
I'm
there.
also going there.
12:30.
12:30.
Yeah.
My
I,
dear.
I didn't learn my lesson from the last time because it ruined my sleep before the weekend
Always.
started.
I've given
But,
up on those games.
I've gone Liverpool straight
Obviously.
win because it only ever goes one way. Even though it hurts me to say so, but I have to swallow my pride.
Give us credit.
Dilumele
You're
and go Liverpool. And then is Bournemouth versus Wolves, and I've gone under 3.5. Not expecting a goal fest. And then there's Man City versus Brighton. Yeah, Man City's overgang at Brighton because Brighton have been shit since they did that thing at Old Trafford. And then
Drew against us. They drew against us.
against you, but you know.
No.
Yeah, my God.
That's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
my
but,
God. Okay.
You know,
Ja-
it
ja-
happens, but Man City.
Yeah,
that's
eventually
what-
they have.
Yeah, they
I'm
have
looking forward to that game, but
Same.
Yeah, me too. And then gone Brentford versus Burnley. I've gone patriotic with probably my most adventurous bet since we started. And I've gone anytime goal scorer, I've gone Lyle Foster.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, and go.
And the last one is
That's a big call.
it is a big call.
But
But
the
it's
word
scoring or assisting
do it for your country.
in
Yeah.
almost every other
I don't
game.
have DNA, I have RSA in my I've gone with that. And then the last one in my slip is Newcastle versus Crystal Palace. That's pretty straightforward. It's at St. James's Park. Newcastle are going to win. And yeah, my slip is quite rich. And total odds 348.07. For 50 rand, it gets you 17,906 rand 26 cents.
The highest level for me.
Yeah, bro.
The highest level for me. Kuthe wancama nekhandle yakho.
How many
Wathi
fixtures
England.
It's 10 fixtures.
10 fixtures. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Usave so sleep. Yeah.
I will.
On my side, I've basically just gone rugby with the quarterfinals and football. Argentina versus New Zealand. Ubuli kwaluyeke, but I'm not just straight Argentina. Odds of 11.
Why would
I
you say
don't want
that?
to hear it, lad.
Why?
I don't want to. Because uphethwe madoda uwinwa ngabantu abangamaziyo. Your girlfriend will ask you or your wife will ask you what you mean so zibethwe iBayern. Uthi wena never baby. Athi hayibo uthi never. Saturday afternoon Bayern 1 Bochum 2.
VK kakutsho wena VK ukhe wafuna ufaka uPollard kwa-15 but asikwa apho. So usefonini where's calls and what's that probable fraud watch because usefonini yes calls like
You'd leave Onana to put me on fraud watch. Hey.
Let's start closer to home.
Dakele, it's fine, bitch. Dakele.
What's that?
Wow.
Continue.
Sure. So no somebody opinion. Then I also said England versus South Africa. We not expecting anything else there. South Africa.
Okay.
Brentford versus Burnley. I said Burnley straight. If Brentford has been in horrible form since the start of the season. I don't know if it's because they're not betting or but hey, horrible form. I expect Vincent Company to get his second victory
Yeah.
of the season. Man City versus Brighton. I've said both teams to score, odds of 1.55. Over in Spain, Sociedad versus Mallorca. I've went with Sociedad straight. They at home, good form, 1.56. In France, AC Havre versus RC Lens. Lens straight, odds of 1.80. La Havre kinayo chova enayo.
inechiki
Inayo chicken enayo, but I trust Lens since they play in Champions League football to get it over the line. Enough rest also.
Okay.
Last fixture on my slip, which is a 7 game slip. In Germany, Wolfsburg versus Bayer Leverkusen. I'm not expecting Bayer Leverkusen to drop points, so I've said Leverkusen straight, 1.76. This is a slip with odds of 441. For $50, 7 games, you'll get 24,486. The heist? La heist the Argentina.
Now I'm hoping that
Raz,
Pumas will pull through.
Now my Raz, Dina into it finally Jet was playing in New Zealand. Yo.
Unfortunate. I went quarterfinals as well as the World Cup. Quarterfinals, I'm straightforward. You guys are just scared of having the greatest final of all time. Where else would you have a final?
Just two.
The greatest final is Navy. Hey, after that France game and full nerves, my daughter. Hey.
Braz, All Blacks, New Zealand, man, South Africa, All Black Springboks at Stade de France. It's the best outcome of the World Cup. The World Cup has been
It would be a
great
great advertisement for rugby.
For rugby, yeah, most definitely.
You know, it would be good for the sport. And it's straightforward, Lentle. I remember in 2019, the All Blacks played a very rough, tough game versus England. And then, excuses about England, ifike apha seyidiniwe, they played their final last week. Yasibona zazinto eziya. So kule weekend, straightforward, man. Odds is ncini, because New Zealand won 109 and SA 119. SA ibetho ku-England and ibona England idlula ku-SA. And then I went Premier League. Premier League, I went against you when it came to the Brentford game. I went Brentford, I think. Brentford. From time to time, they've got glimpses. And
They do play really well. Just that I don't know what's happening this season.
Same.
Because like you and I, Everton, corner you.
Oh, la ticket in the Kumbul. So even Alapa Brentford, it's 177. It's not much, but I'm giving them hope. Shame. And then Newcastle, I went to Newcastle, man. It's a home game and they're in good form. Manchester City and Brighton, I went draw. I called in the Man City and Kevin De Bruyne.
Was in draw.
Yeah.
Draw.
Yeah.
Against Brighton at the Etihad.
I called the Man City and Kevin De Bruyne.
They're over late, but draw. That's brave.
Yeah.
Odds.
Yeah. Odds 520.
Okay.
520.
It's just been the leave.
And then I went to the Merseyside Derby.
Yeah.
Merseyside Derby, I said draw.
It's a draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Merseyside Derby.
The odds.
Liverpool, on and off, man, Liverpool, man,
That's not six.
And that's the more likely result.
But at least it's gets better
top 30
on
game.
because it chills.
Yeah, born.
Yeah.
La nil-nil. La nil-nil got 12:30. Damn it. Cover where
But on the chair, golden opportunity.
This is on the march, again. What I said it's green.
Cash out.
And then I went to Chelsea, Arsenal, and said Chelsea or draw.
Chelsea
Yeah, because we've been playing well.
Chelsea.
might be giving Arsenal their first L.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go
And
Is it Stamford Bridge?
Stamford Bridge, yeah. Maybe Poch na ke ngoku. Angazifaka ku-conversation no Poch ke ngoku.
Paul.
Yeah, dude.
Eh? Hayi Premier League kaloku bandwini lapha
The Conference League.
ndiyatsiba lo nditsiba imanchester lobu bandwini lapha nditsiba iman united.
Oh,
This team will be swatched as well,
we'll be playing like
So
one of the greatest Conference League finals. So don't worry.
Says Kali lose hyper up.
ndiyazibona ke ezi conversations zabo ezingacacanga because they win Champions League. That's his conference kuthethwa ngazo. And then that's it. It's 7 games. 50 rand gives you 8.6. 8.6.
Oh,
8
some games.
For such risk, I was expecting
Yeah.
2 draws.
86,000 something.
Yeah,
Hey, 2
Braz.
draws.
Reasonable amount le.
Yes, but kaloku once uthetha nge-draws,
I draws into zam.
ziyangena.
Zinto zam draws. Not George bekawina kakhulu apha. Enze draws eziyi-5. Wafumana ii-draws eziyi-5. How he did it, I don't know.
12.
So ndiqonda mama ndizifake eza draws zam. Eza draws zam soloko ziba ziza kakuhle. And 8.6, yo. Ngiyayidinga la 8.6 right now.
Our betting tickets are always available on our Twitter page, Hattrick Heroes _ Usvij is always diligent. Saturday morning, ngena kula page, uzasifumana islip sam, uwin.
Also, guys, no betting for under 18s. Siyamcela, guys, man, izawuthengisa izindlu. So wait till you're 18. Naxa uziphangelela, preferably. And yeah, it's addictive. So bet with reason.
Bet responsibly.
Yeah, bet responsibly.
Take a break if you need to.
Yeah. Once waqalisa uthengisa izinto irongo.
So itsufu kaloku ngoku itsufu.
Once wabhatala rent okanye kwashort rent because kusithi iArgentina izawubetha iAll Blacks sekurongo. So please guys, as UVK said,
We know it's Mambara week, but you know.
hey, you know,
Ngabi Mambara.
gents, Mambara week in a semi-final the Rugby World Cup.
Who's hosting a braai?
Gents, come on, we need a brown Saturday. We need a brown Saturday.
Khulusi.
Banone price tag.
Bullet.
Mine
Incinci price tag yam.
Yam is not big enough for 3 Xhosa men. Plus,
Exactly.
you know.
Kabininzi lenyama sinoyityapha.
Yeah. Sisenoxhela depending on outcome.
Hey. Nezi sleep.
Next is sleep. You don't know. VK, kaso Stephanie.
Madoda. Yeah. Akomlilo.
Matches and mans.
No, it's criminal. It's criminal to watch a semi-final alone at home, gents. It's criminal, especially
That's
airport.
excited.
That's on a Saturday.
And sanimem.
Yeah.
Sanimem.
So yeah.
Guys, what a cracking discussion here for this week before I lose it. What a cracking round of rugby. I saw a call saying probably the greatest quarterfinal round
Of all time.
of all time.
I'm backing that call.
Sasingena DStv 195. So siyathetha nje.
Yeah, well. Concerning this news,
There's bias, yes. Yeah. But I think it was
It was awesome.
from what I can remember.
It was awesome. It started Friday.
If Svish is convinced
I mean,
that
not Friday, Saturday.
95 by week.
Who?
90,
Svish
that's
is
what,
convinced.
95. I don't remember, like, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say my age, but
Hey.
Yeah.
I remember the games.
What was our message? Zakuyibone.
Akhona ke nyana amajita akhumbula i-test match ezazidlalwe ngoba 3. Athi
Yeah. But yeah, lots to talk about, obviously. Surprises?
ayikho surprise
No
kum.
real surprises at all.
Wales, are you surprised?
Wales, no.
Wales is a surprise.
I Wales.
Wales mna.
Wales
Dibo-
seemed like a foregone conclusion.
Really?
Wales, I doubted them ngendlela ababetha ngayo iFiji. I doubted them. I was like, and then babetha Australia. Iwiki ke Australia andifuna ungatsho. But by better clinical. Like they were so clinical. There was no Dan Bigger because Dan Bigger was sent off. Baba clinical to a point where nalendwana ngoku ingene off the bench ngoku ibonisa ubu world class. Kicking drop goals, good calls of going for 3 points, scoring when they got the opportunities. That gave me hope. They can play knockout rugby.
Especially
Argentina has come in with something
With Joao Sanchez.
completely different. And that's
I
uba
couldn't believe it.
year in, year out.
But I
Bona
think-
badlala against the top side
Yeah,
in South
Southern
Africa.
Hemisphere rugby.
And New Zealand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
By the 55th minute, I think the conclusion was done.
Yeah.
Wow, yes, it was.
No, it was one.
Their heads had dropped.
Yep.
By the 55th minute, that's born.
I don't think they put much points in the last quarter of that game. I don't remember exactly.
Besides like interception, yeah, like
No, Ndicho, Wales.
Wales.
Oh,
It was one way. Sanchez yokuthuthe emoyeni lapho hola leya. And Argentina had a stat going into that game that their most points they get in the last quarter.
I think you mentioned something like that last time around.
I mentioned it on comms. Yeah.
Yeah. From now I was just like, yes, we're finding some sort of equilibrium
Rugby
between
North and South.
no, not between North and South, between the tier 2s.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as much as Argentina was playing against us, but you still viewed it as quite a whipping boy. Unless you're going to Argentina.
Well, they did win in New Zealand last year.
Yeah.
So they've beaten the Boks, they've beaten Australia. So
on Pambani, when I bet Argentina.
no Pambani, but hey,
Cause-
maybe Mini.
Just a personal day.
But no, like ingenzeka nyani loo nto leyo. It can happen, but the team that New Zealand's fielding, I don't think they want to leave any stone unturned. And just like the Boks, they didn't change much. Because what's the point of resting people for a semi-final? The people that play a semi-final should be the people that play the final.
Yeah.
Let umbuzo wami munye. Can they replicate la performance? Like
Against Wales.
no. Besides Argentina, I'm talking about
the Boks.
All Blacks.
Oh.
Great game against the world number 1. No one saw it coming, probably except you. You were
Yeah.
adamant.
No.
Yeah.
And I wasn't so sure. I mean, judging from how the Irish played against us, I was like, ain't no way, Jose. But yenzekile, can
Yeah.
they replicate that 2 more times? Because we've seen in the past, they've been very, well, not in the past, in the last year, they've been very inconsistent.
In New Zealand, I believe, can put Argentina away in the first half and then play at a lesser intensity for the rest of the game so that they don't tire themselves out for the next game. They'll put in a score as almost unreachable
Yeah.
so that bangene bepholile, because now coach will ring in the substitutions, important players to avoid injuries and sightings and so forth. So andiboni bra Argentina, man. There's no universe where I see Argentina winning on Friday.
As well, like I have to agree because I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I see, even if it's a tight game, I see New Zealand.
Even if it's a tight game.
Even if it's a tight game.
It defends in New Zealand couldn't be penetrated by Ireland, which is arguably the most attacking side in the world.
Yelet, La Island. Ayibethekelanga kunga-rotate in the group stages. I saw Johnny Sexton in the 70th minute struggling to run.
Yo, when you're playing a game of that caliber, U16
Ayibethekelanga.
U16
I
had to
understand
be on the
Mdala,
field.
but
Had to be on the field, but they didn't rotate. It was always Mac Hansen. It was always Ringrose. It was always Hugo Keenan. It was always Bandy Aki, Sexton. They rotated between Conor Murray and Undo Jamison Gibson Park. We forwards, Mahani, Josh van der Vlier, Kalen Doris. They did
I
kind
think
of
it cost
and
them,
lost someone as well.
because someone asked me when I said this point, okay, kula bench New Zealand, yeah, Island, who do you trust? And Nyani, there's no one really you can say.
Yeah.
So, Flavi, but I mean, why wouldn't you rotate against Tonga? Just take a chance.
They wanted to perfect their style, I believe, because they are such a systematic team with their loops and loops and loops. They wanted to perfect it so much that it needed abantu consistent. They were walking after the 32nd phase. Well, after the 30th phase, New Zealand is a winning game. 10 over
I knew
they were walking.
There's
They
nothing.
were all walking.
Nothing in the tank. Ubona umuntu uyogila kodwa uthatha 2 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A drop goal won't save you. So Johnny Sexton is not in the pocket. Difference is 4 points. They were tired. Akhona lanto ba they setting up for low drop goal where you just fall here, coverishwe, fall here, coverishwe.
Quickly in the pocket. You
Yes,
go.
we go. They needed to score. The ball, being bad, got the ball and was standing, and that's nobody being
hey no Peter Steph uke
Philip,
wayenza hey,
something.
no Peter Steph uke wayenza loo nto nothuka nikwa ibhola uqonda
Indoda ke leya.
Hey.
Just Peter Steph indoda.
hey but
Indoda leya.
mhlawumbi
I
he
trust
was
anything
recovering
he does.
because
So,
after about 5 minutes he was back to being explosive.
Peter Steph enye into kula match leyana he was guaranteed 80 performance 80 minute
minute
performance.
performance, yeah.
He needed to be on the field the whole game, especially after Kume Usia for Dion Fury and after Kume Dwayne for Ukwaha, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
But Peter Steph had to be on the pitch. Landwana Liana is
For
prepared
sharpness.
to die. Landwana Liana is prepared to die for the country, gents. Then it can him chong Peter Steph to toy.
Particular team who is not led.
Who's
I mean,
not?
you look at that clip, Kambonambi, South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, man. Yeah, side to
Who's
Bonambi.
not?
Oh, Bonambi, my Unai St. Albans boy. Yo,
Hot wave in Orlando, hot box.
I can't
Ah,
believe.
like,
I can't believe Landwana. Yeah.
Why is he not starting?
Yes, I hasn't the bomb squad for me. That's it.
He hasn't been out scrubbed, Lacheb.
He's a difference with scrums.
Yo.
Even if it's scrums, you don't know how or where they are going with match.
Once again.
Once Ox again, you know, but
No.
no scrums, is it?
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah, and he's quite consistent.
He's
it
consistent.
is.
From the Scotland
It
game.
is.
From the Scotland game.
And that's why I suspect finally he might start. Hey, Spicy Plum, hey,
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 Kunzima
hey,
outside.
hey, hey, you get a
Ndibone Gilwa kayi-2. That yeah, I'm a French afikile.
Hey, Spice. They tried to match our physicality.
Yeah.
And they almost did.
Almost did. And they were playing with like high
What was
intensity.
it?
If
Ithemba
I think actually bafikile la intensity.
Ithemba
La level
likaphela
yethu
ba.
bafikile.
When we're stuck on 19 points, hey, Themba likelaphela pa. Hey, nakona siyahamba. Themba siyahamba nyani.
What about that
Ona
first
abona
20
no,
minutes,
man.
gents? What about that first
La-
20 minutes?
Ngathi kudlala tennis.
Good God. The first 20 minutes.
Ngathi kudlala tennis.
And let me say this about Cheslin Colby. Cheslin Colby, I feel like he ebenomsindo
Yeah.
because
For how he's been treated.
these French are playing fast rugby and we have ours. And when he charged that kick down, which was the difference in the match, it was as if Uti, you want
Small
a fast
margins.
game, we'll give you a fast
you
game.
fast game.
Actually, let's meet the England fast game. And Lord behold, who scored the next try?
Him.
If Igrapa,
Krill.
go Krill. Cheslin Colby.
I even said, I'm gagging you against speaking bad about Grill after that.
We need to
moment.
drop it.
Gents.
Let's drop it. Chelsea Grill apology.
Apologies.
Chelsea look breakfast.
For the pop,
City. Sorry, Chelsea.
Sorry.
I said to switch. Not to switch. No, Utelele. Before the teams came out, or was it after? I'm not sure. Jesse. Yeah, it was after. Jesse was selected at number 13.
18.
I said, for the Boks to win this game, Jesse has to have an outstanding game. Like, one
Yeah.
of the games
Of his life.
life. Because Ezandwana thrive on fast rugby. And if awukwazi defender and quick rugby and stuff, if awukwazi defender and awunayo la timing arm anayo, which is any
Everything.
difference between bona boy two. Ezandwana we're going to attack straight go Jesse Krill. Jesse Krill, what does he do? He plays like flipping Matthew Tate.
Yeah.
And he plays like Breno Driscoll.
Yeah.
And now he puts in a Conrad Smith performance
Gold
in a
conversation.
quarterfinal versus the host
Yeah.
nation.
On
I-
attack and defense.
Yeah.
That was a complete
I
performance.
can't not respect
He
that.
played for the country.
Glad for the country.
I can't literally.
Yeah.
Glad for
I
the
can't not respect that. So I'll just played, Jesse
Yeah.
played. But damn, Cheslin Colby.
Here is my question, Led. Looking at this box setup, I mean, I felt, for just an example, in that first half, that Kolis had an 8 out of 10 game. Didn't see anything wrong. After half time out, Dwayne had a good game. I mean, considering he wasn't like the Dwayne, but he had a good game. He did all the basics right. There's nothing wrong he did. Out, even though he came back. Do we have a point where we now see this coaching team doesn't see a game as starters and benchers or second team? They just see a game of two halves.
I would go as far as saying it's been like that for a while.
Yes.
Where the
We've seen
match day 23 is almost two teams. Well,
We've seen people get substituted within 30 minutes. And everyone was talking about George. We've seen Ox, Trevor, even to date, they're still in the 23. Well, we don't know where Unyagane is. I'd love to know.
I think it's a question of fitness. You can't just go from being a starter to. I think it's a question of fitness or conditioning, something.
Because Trevor, the first game.
Because I know for a fact, but like this coaching team wouldn't have someone in that 23 they don't believe. Well, in that squad they don't. So the fact that he's there, they do believe in him. Probably nothing wrong, just maybe a physiological.
Probably.
Match fitness. I think it's the same with Uam. He's there, but we thought he'd come in. But really, why would you?
It's working. That's the thing. Ogril are playing Goku, and Ogril incumbent. No,
that's the thing.
And
iyasebenza ngoku late, but Sireti nakayingasebenzi.
Sireti
kakhulu.
Into nayo ngoku. You can only be ready for the next 80 minutes, and then unless you're Rasi, they just go wild and pick Uam for the final. Because
that was my next question. Are we going to see a wild card selection? Because I'm thinking of Uam and thinking
Uam can play against the All Blacks. I've seen Uam beat the All Blacks.
One man.
Single-handedly, I've seen Lucanio
have a world-class game against the All Blacks.
Even losing
Ellis Park. Is this as All Blacks? That's how good Uam was that day.
On the wing.
You
call a try. Kamapimbia. Disqualify.
When you just cut in and touch, betting Rotelandelayo. Jonga ehamba nansi Grootman skip pass to better go direct.
High school rugby.
Bra.
Xa team yonke.
Lucanio Uam kum ndiyava kuthiwa unfit ntontoni can't just when was the last time, but Lucanio just needs brains for that game because he's so intelligent, especially on defense.
He's never relied on pace.
In New Zealand is happier when Jesse Krill is playing against them
because you know what you're up against. You're just against a physical specimen.
Yes, and every chance, Akzubakola chance Hala grabber, for example, against New Zealand. No, New Zealand are quick to cover. So, Kaku Jesse Krill, with Pollard at 10. New Zealand's the happiest World Cup.
Pollard has to start up final. No way.
Do you know what I want? Glendia final. I want Lendwano Lipok to drop a masterclass. One of the greatest games of all time, to keep Pollard off the field as much as possible on Saturday. Pollard unikwe 5 minutes yakhe kulena semi-final. Just know that Ulipok has guaranteed, cemented everyone nomtautayo. He's going to be the one starting the final.
La 53-meter kick was absolutely vital. He got to be weak. You were weak. How many tackles did he miss?
That's his thing. That's the thing. He's been missing tackles since 2012.
You were weak. On the ball, off the ball.
But get when the going gets tough and the pressure is too much for the kicker,
he will kick from the half.
If there's one thing he'll do is kick from 50 meters plus.
But I'm weak. Ndani wayithatha wapi
maske sithethe enye into, maske siviyushe ngenye indlela. Pollard being on the field, it points out were the difference in winning that game.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the difference. And that's why Pollard's there. Pollard's the best number 22 in the world.
I agree. But Svij, when you look at that game, I'm thinking of the kicks the French were in the middle of the field. They had those over the top kicks
Yeah.
that always seemed to catch us off guard.
Yeah.
We never seemed in control when as a kick were being done. Is that something England are not capable? Is that something in New Zealand are looking at and saying, this is an Achilles?
Or Rasbaz Fuman is
I would say we have enough time to work around that or find a solution to that if it turns out to be something that has been noted as a problem, as an Achilles heel. And judging from what has happened, I mean, since Rassi and Jacques, because I can't even say since Jacques took over, Rassi is full on involved, is that whenever there seems to be an issue with the box or whatever, it's quickly ironed out. So I'd say...
so it'll probably be an issue for that game, and then the analysis, then...
Yeah. I should hope so, and I'm confident that it might be the case. It will be the case that it will be looked at, and by the time the final rolls in, or even by this semi-final, they've picked the same team.
Yeah.
It could.
I believe that's the first team.
Yeah.
I think that's the first.
Who's at 9? The team came out who's at 9.
Unchanged.
That's great.
Unchanged.
That's great. Umadoda uvele msangaphinda khutsho.
Angazaphinda
Angaziphinda khutshwe laa ndoda.
Lantwana Liana
Mayingakho involved
Lantwana called France, braz. Yathi.
Come at me.
That's the
That
bravest
was
thing I've
standing on
ever seen in
business.
rugby.
Balls personified.
Baphuma ngepenalty after that.
Yeah.
Baphuma ngepenalty. Gents, what a beauty. What a beauty.
Probably straight from the analysis room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, la call is something in theory, you can choose a scrum, but always, why would you choose a scrum?
Why would you?
But
where? The where as well.
The where? It's like
Because it was kind of an angle.
so a lot of people was, why would you do that? Like even post, I even saw Thomas Mlambo asking something similar. But there's moments in the game to stamp your authority. That was it.
It was as if you tested for Zako, but they need to do that as chap.
And they won that scrum after.
Won it.
We didn't lose. Big as a scrum before that call, it was.
It was shaky. Spicy plum. Again, I'm born at attack nibi chonge pants. I was like, hey,
Thomas Pindo.
Pindo, yeah.
Phefumula phezulu kwe. Khona lento ayivileyo iSpice.
Khona intwana
Ngafuna uphinda pha.
Yababiza lantwana yathi ziyanidudula naye zaseFrance. Hayi ke guys.
For me, that was that was a crossing the Rubicon moment.
Yes.
It was big.
It was a big moment.
It was a moment.
That moment and the charge down were the biggest moments of that game.
There's people who will die not having seen those two things again.
And they happen in one game.
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
Imagine who charge down. Yo, a parlay.
Jesus.
Whoa.
No, we better start to France for the semi-final. Between Patella Monday.
Yeah, and then the ticket like 10 million.
Guys, you guys are going to tell us what you think about the quarterfinals. Please do engage. Please comment, share, retweet if you see us on Twitter, on Facebook, share, and just engage with us and tell us what you think about the semi-final. It's England. We've beaten England 2019. We've beaten them twice in 2007. But 2023...
If you feel like me, now I'm already preparing for a final. This is just a speed hump, man.
Are you preparing for the trophy tour?
Yeah.
Are you preparing for one Tambo?
Bank seat.
Oh, Bank Seat.
Oh,
Bank
George bayozithatha ezintwane owarthabo bona negwijo squad.
Zawutyhalwa ligwijo.
South Africa sewunayo.
Izobafuneka
Kwafuneka ibe khona. Ndiyazibona sendingu-Superman phaa ndifake icape ye-flag.
Madoda masiyisongeni.
Hayi, masiyivaleni. Let us know. Another great episode.
Yep. Great to be back with the 3 Hattrick heroes. And do join us for crafty sips and winning tips.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Sharp as.